It's gonna get serious. What are we doing? You know it. Oh, you know that's right. Oh, you know that's right. You know how big this is. And then all of a sudden, Consent of the Governed. Here we go. Another episode. It's time. Once again, Tommy P.
Hey, welcome back to Consent of the Governed. My name is Tommy P.
And this is Eric Sully Sullivan.
And we have Lee from Keep It Fucking Simple Crypto. And we're going to talk about crypto.
Howdy, boys.
Ooh. So the first one.
I hate talking about fucking
You liar. That's all you do. Is it like a job to you now or something or what? Is that what it is?
Doesn't everybody hate their job?
Well,
fucking crypto, man. I tell you.
If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So it is, what is this, January 7th? We didn't even date the last one. So we just
January
February's man behind.
Fucking February.
Oh, fuck. Is it
February,
your ass?
Hey, is it 2019?
No, man, it's August.
Oh, fuck, it's August. Shit. All right. So all of a sudden it's now February 7th. Thanks, Tequila. Now,
Man,
yeah.
I like you, man.
What's that? Is that a nod of approval from the Kifs?
That's as good as it fucking gets, okay, man?
Oh, cool. I will say, so the last one we did go over a lot of, what Lee over there in Europe land is going through as far as political strife and everything else, and what all of us are going through here in America as far as Tom and I, and bouncing back and forth. And we started to kind of cruise into this crypto thing. And here on Consent of the Governed, we try and break it up a little bit and give people a little a la carte to where they can take what they'd want. So if they're not into crypto or currencies in general, they can kind of grab what they want to grab. And right now, crypto and currency conundrum begins. We were discussing the fallout from anything regarding, Wall Street bets and silver, as opposed to what we would like to see out of the silver markets, and what happened with GME. So I guess, Lee, we were discussing holding the line, right? This idea of holding the line. Do you think that a buildup from GME to, AMC theaters and really take out some of these bastards in the hedge funds would have ended up getting us to silver, and silver was brought in there to kind of quell the rebellion, or was it just a lofty goal? What do you think?
Well, it's a funny one. I like I said in the last segment, they definitely hit the silver target far too quickly. Now, I don't know if that was an organized thing or if it was a disorganized thing where there was like misinformation going out there from the institution. I don't know. I fail to see anybody over on that Reddit group targeting silver. I just think it was just too big an animal to take on so soon. They hadn't finished with the fucking first corpse and then moved on to this. So I'm actually of the opinion that it was disinformation. I think it could have been achievable, but like we were saying, like, hold the line. That was fucking up the line. The line was spread way too thin. Then and silver's a big animal to take down. To even think about it,
and especially
GME was
to get your
man, especially physical, yeah.
To really get your hands on the stuff. You're going to probably be paying about $3 over spot, and more so, you're going to have to wait a good solid week before you get it, and then you got to get it. Yeah, that's part of the problem too. I mean, but that's where I totally agree with you that it was definite disinformation to break up the current battle. The only thing that I'm in question about were a lot of the articles that I saw out there, um,
Yeah.
urging these investors to go out and buy the physical. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you would think about it. If these guys were, running around, trading GameStop or buying, GameStop options, would they be the kind of people to go out and buy a physical? Would they, go to AppMex and, pick up a kilo of physical silver? Probably not. They were just going to be jumping into the ETFs. Which, so I don't know. But I definitely know there's a split, because I definitely know there's a serious shortage of precious metals in general compared to the ETFs that exist out there.
Well, and we all know about, how certain things are engineered in certain ways. And to me, it seemed like there was a cost benefit analysis, right, done to say, hey, let's stop going after, all of these hedge funds, and let's start going after silver. So it worked on one side to say, hey, let's do the silver thing now. If, I was, say, a bad guy and I wanted to get them out of, smashing down all these hedge funds, I'd put them towards something like silver, because all of these hedge funds had silver. They would have made some of that money back, some of that $74 billion back. But did they shoot themselves in the foot by getting these people to actually look at it and buy physical? Like, so it's an interesting little conundrum.
I kind of think, though, that, I'd have to agree with Lee on the fact that it was misinformation to an extent. The amount of shortages of silvers from the major distributors was definitely alarming. So you knew a lot of people were picking it up, but I don't think it was those GameStop folks. I don't think it was those, anybody there. I think that was just your typical guy like me, and like yourself, Sully, where it's like, man, you can just keep buying silver. Why not? I mean, anything under, $30, man, is still freaking cheap for physical silver,
right.
For bullion.
Look where it was only like a couple of years ago.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean,
it was like half,
and at that price, you can't even get it out of the ground. At, when I bought, bullion for $16, was buying, junk for $14, $13. Holy shit, man. And for some, yeah. I mean, we all know you put silver against inflation, and it's like it should be fucking $500 right now. I mean, that's really where it's at.
Yeah. There's one thing that bothers me about the G thing, or the Reddit trade, whatever you want to call it, is, I have no doubt their intentions were good, but I think, as it grew, there was definitely bad apples that got in on that.
Mm-hmm.
And my problem with this is, right, look, if people get in it to make it, fuck it, right? Not everybody's has good intentions. My biggest problem with it is it's clear going the other way. They were still pushing it when it was like 400, 450. Get in this, and people were getting it with $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000, as much as they could get in on. And there should have been more. I know people have to make their own decisions, but people got fucked. There's people that put in money that couldn't afford to lose it. So that side of it didn't sit well with me, And there was idiots that put in money. Like, I seen a guy who got out $60,000 loan and put everything
that was the same
thing. He
bought
in.
I was going to say, Lee, that was the same thing that we saw, in the bull run of the 2017 crypto market. 2017.
I was going to say the same shit. I was going to say the same thing. It's like
you just have these people that are putting it in that cannot afford to lose it. And that was part of the reason that I started to step away from even helping people get into the market, because it was like, guys, I'm putting in money here. I've done a bit of research. I have an idea, but I still don't know whether or not these companies, these tokens, these whatever you're looking at putting your money into in the crypto side of things, are even going to deliver a product. I mean, this is really A, the Wild West, but B, a lot like, 1999, 98 in the tech market. where it's like, yeah, a good idea can go so far, but unless it's executed, it's worth shit. And I gotta say, I mean, I've put money into different projects that I thought were going to be something, and I got burned a billion times.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still believe in the space. Like it never deterred me from, this is the future of not only currency, of payment, but more so, this is the future of, like, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 security for the internet as we know it. I mean, this is really going to change how we do business on the net, and it's going to be more efficient. It is going to eliminate jobs. I mean, that's hands down.
Yeah,
well, but it's also going to build. It's also going to build others, though. And I work on a project. That's
and
trying
there
to
will
do the
still
same, but
there will still be a need for the old school. Like that's something that the internet never took away. Technology never took away, because some people just want to do it this way. And fucking right on, man. That is your decision, and that will. So there will always be an industry for a lot of these paper pushers that are going to get eliminated. But at the same time, there are going to be a shit ton of paper pushers, money movers, all these other, human verification areas in business and finance that are going to be eliminated. But, that was, I mean, look at, for example, trying to get a fucking mortgage or something like that. Right. That approval probably sits on the desk of somebody who doesn't give two shits about approving it. Now it's boom, it's happy. You don't have to fucking worry about it anymore.
So this is one of the things that I wanted to talk to Lee about, because I've never asked him this question. And Tom and I are big proponents because, I mean, we agree that liquidity in markets, and you just discussed, mortgages and various things. SALT was one thing that we really thought was going to do something, and it may. It may do something.
As a company, I don't think the actual.
But I think populace as it's not really a mover. It's not something that's gaining a whole lot of ground as far as money is concerned, as something that should be traded. But the idea is so sound. It's hard to deny it. So. I don't know if you're.
But see, with populace, I just want to put my 2 cents in with populace. I'd like to hear yours on that one. It's a very complex, world right now, and they still have yet to actually get everything up and rocking. I mean, I think it's a wonderful idea, and I'm invested into it. But at the same time, I don't. This is one of those things. Until there's working. They've released working products that are actually out there in the real world, whether or not they're generating billions, millions, thousands, tens of thousands, whatever. As long as they're starting to pull in some income and that product is working, that's the most important thing. And that's my biggest problem with a lot of projects. Even as much I'm like with populace, I think it's a great idea. Would I love to make some money off of it? Fuck yeah. But at the same time, you invested into these companies because you thought that this is a really good idea. I think somebody should do something with this.
Right. Is Populous? My question is something like Populous in the crypto sphere an answer to what is most assuredly the next liquidity crisis that we're going to run into while we're building this sandbox outside the original one that's going to fall? Is something like Populous or we were discussing DeFi, is something like that going to be able to fill in that gap and take that little niche from the powers that be market? I don't know. And I would say that for a guy like Lee, who's been in this for quite some time. Did you say
niche?
Niche.
Did you say niche?
Like quiche with an N.
I should have said it as niche.
I thought you guys said
niche. Niche, yeah.
Niche.
Well, but I build houses.
I say niche.
Do you do? Okay, so I build houses. Yeah. I build houses, and I have to work with designers who like to sound European. And when they talk about building a little cubby, like a little shelf inside a custom, tile,
it's a niche.
they say niche because it sounds good. It sounds like the way you say it, right? And it's a sales tool.
It's like those damn Canucks calling decals decals.
It's fucking weird.
They do
call
that?
them decals, yeah.
What? Is there a CK in there?
I was selling a sled to this guy from Canada. He's got a big snowmobile collection, and they were down there picking it up, and this one, the guy that was picking up, his girlfriend came down, and she was a graphic designer, and she's like, "Oh, look at how nice the decals are." I was like, "Decals? What are you talking about?"
So, speaking of weird shit.
Your commie internet sucks.
So speaking of weird shit, I said, give me something good.
Oh, well,
dude, it's free, man. It's free though.
Yeah. It's so good when it's free. It's so good.
They just like communism. Hey, man, it's free. It's all right.
Dude, I'm going to sell you a book on communism, man. I'm going to change your mind.
It's going to change.
You don't got to give up nothing. Communism, yeah, it's great.
Everything's going to be fine. You're not going to own anything. We're just going to rent it to you.
Yeah.
You
can borrow this car for like 20 years, man. Borrow your car for 20 years.
Yeah, make it really small and have a horrible engine, please. Thanks.
Anyways, we totally got away from the crypto conversation.
So the idea of DeFi liquidity, things like Populous, Salt, other things in the crypto market that are, in my opinion, some of the most groundbreaking things that could happen regarding an old school paradigm of the financial world,
current technological finance, finance technology,
and then going into the next one. I mean, what's your opinion? Not necessarily from a financial investment standpoint, but where you see the market going as far as filling that niche market.
Dude, I have a worry about the Americans at the moment.
About Americans?
It is yeah. Well, I'm worried about you, man, but what can you do? But no, I actually think that there's something in the crypto space that could bring it down bad. I don't know how you guys are with like mentioning it, but
with what you kind of broke up. What was that?
I don't know. Can we mention specific cryptocurrencies here?
Mention all of them.
That's
anyone you want.
I can mention anything. I worry about USDT.
Mm-hmm. You should.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, forget about the DeFi and whatever, all the other stuff that's coming up, right? There's some great ideas there. There's some shit ideas. There's ideas that's on paper, and that's all they're ever going to be. I think one of the things about 2017, 2018 after that was people learned we need a fucking product before we can invest in it.
Fuck yeah.
Going by fear, I really worry DT, man. Can't just print off endless exactly the same as the US dollars do.
Yep.
You mean what is going to back this up? If somebody comes in and says, listen, you need to see the assets behind this, I think it could be locked.
Well, that's what started this entire conversation. So if anybody didn't understand what Lee was saying, it did jump in and out. He's worried about USDT as far as them being solvent to be able to print out a coin per dollar. And from what I hear throughout circles is maybe they're at 70%, right? So we could say that maybe they're 50 to 80%. They're definitely not 100%. In my opinion, that's still better than the US dollar, but that's not good, right?
No.
What's that? Lee?
It's not good at all.
No, it's terrible. But and I'm not saying that it's like, oh, well, I can make that, I can make that, just freaking, I'll concede to the fact that it's just a little bit better. So it's okay. Right. No, people are trusting in that. a lot of people are trusting in the US dollar. A lot of people are trusting in a lot of things that could go down. A lot of my own grandmother she's been in the stock market since Motorola made beepers, right? And she had no idea that she could not collect an actual stock certificate right now, whether she went through a broker or not, or if she had her broker's license or not. She had no idea. So this idea of trading on derivatives, I think, to circle back to the GME silver thing, I think that's what it was more about, like learning the lesson that, these fools are selling you a wooden nickel. They're selling you a bill of goods that just ain't there.
In my personal opinion, just with the way everything's going right now.
Where did Lee go?
We lost Lee.
Shit. Frickin' socialist, frickin' Liverpool.
Socialist fucking internet.
Garbage internet. You son of a.
Anyways, I was gonna come around on that, man, and I was gonna say, I honestly think that jumping into a precious metal backed stable coin is going to be the best bet to hold your money in the market.
But is it?
Yeah.
But is it? I mean, dude.
As long as you have verification, as long as the verification is there, and the trust lies in the company that you're investing in.
But the idea of a something like Bitcoin, a digital currency, right? If you're going to have a digital currency,
but this is just like putting your money into silver. This is putting your money into silver.
But it's not trustless.
Somebody else's home. It's got to be trustless. It's got to be there. That's the thing.
And there's a lot of companies out there doing it, right? There's even people that are trying to.
But herein lies the problem with the constant verification of actual silver. And I think I found a fucking solution.
Did you do it? How?
A weighted room.
Oh my dog! Are you kidding
me?
So
there would be. How good of an idea is that?
Let's get Lee in on this, because I've never heard this before, and this was legit.
Lee, sorry, dudes.
Lee, it's okay. It's fine. You're back in at the right. You're back. Hold on. Let me preface this real quick, because Tom is going to tell you something where we've all been sitting here as people who dealt with crypto. One of the arguments we get is, well, it's not backed by anything. It's just backed by, the internet, right?
Well, yeah, but so is fiat. It's fake. Right. It's just fake.
Of course. So there's always that thing that says, well, you have this and we have answers for that.
It's a dead answer.
Anyways,
yeah, well, so what he was saying is he would really like to see a currency backed by some sort of metals, or he thinks that might be where something would go.
I was going to say this would be the solution to the issue with obviously inflation and the death of the dollar and everything else. Instead of putting your money into stable coins, I think you're going to see an increase in people investing their money into actually legit verified precious metals backed coins. Gold packs or whatever you have out there. Mm-hmm. And, but then I started thinking about it, and part of the problem with that would be the actual verification on the blockchain. You would need a constant daily verification, an hourly verification that
just wait. This is
precious metals actually existed.
This is good.
So what if we created an actual small room vault that was weighted, obviously monitored and everything else, but that would constantly report the weight of that room back to the blockchain to verify the amount of silver.
I would love to monitor that fucking room, yeah. But yeah,
real-time weights and measures.
And that's the thing, and have like a weekly verification of the actual. Go in there and fucking test the bullion that you have in there. Dude, I think that would be, that would be absolute verification that the company that you were actually investing into. So here, I don't want to hold on to this silver. I'm willing to pay more over spot, but I want to know that this shit is real, is there, and that it's there all the time, that you aren't taking this shit out and trying to sell it to other people.
I would try to take it out.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of all of us that think about these things is, the one person that makes the best detective is the person that has done the crime, right?
Mhm.
We figured out
What the
how
fuck you trying to say? Yeah.
Well, I'm saying we're a bunch of degenerates.
Fucking criminal, Lee.
I'm saying we're a bunch of fucking degenerates, and all we do is we act the way the universe wants us to act, and we game systems. We're humans. We talk about like COVID stuff or crypto or anything else, and we're always like, well, no, that infringes on my rights, and it just infringes on me as a person. So I'm gonna go and do whatever the fuck I want,
Yeah.
and I have to game that system constantly, right?
Yeah.
I have to run around without an actual driver's license or a plate, whatever the case may be. We have to.
Or you could do what I do and have like 4 or 5 different driver licenses. I mean,
yeah, good for you. Good for you. Well, that's what Europe does. They
each country gives you a license. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Are your borders still wide open over there, man?
No,
Okay.
not now, not now. So Finland locked down like over a year ago. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to
I mean,
be
from
a citizen to get in there. But the UK, I wouldn't say they're wide open. They're pretty fucking open though, but they're not wide open. You mean you can't just go to the fucking airport now. You gotta have a reason to get out or come into the country. You know. But man, I traveled just before Christmas, right? And there was people on the flights and at the airport, and they asked 1 in 5 people, "Where are you going? What the fuck are you going there for?" Which is bullshit.
yeah.
I mean, I fucking hate that. I absolutely hate that shit. But this goes to show how fucking, I don't know, naive some people are or stupid. Like, there was a guy ahead of me. They asked him, like, "Where the fuck are you going?" And he said, "I'm going to meet some of my mates out in Stockholm. We're going on the piss for a weekend." Yeah. And they denied him boarding for that. And I was like, dude, you should have just fucking said, man, you're going to see your mother or some shit.
But see, herein lies the fucking problem. How is this not Nazi fucking Germany? Where are you going? We decide whether your trip is of importance, is worthy.
Where are your papers?
Yes,
doesn't matter. Where are your papers? Where are your papers?
And you know what's fucking hilarious?
How long before it's a fucking okay? Where's your vaccination papers? I mean, they're already talking about it. They've been talking about it for fucking.
Oh yeah, vaccination passports. That's what they're going to be called.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's they're going to be fucking called. Dude, did I tell you? Everybody has a spot here. Sorry, so let me just
do your thing, man.
Everybody has, like, when you go to the shop or the fucking, well, that's all, it's open now, but everything else is fucking closed. When you go to the shop or, when I was in the airport, there's like, you've probably happened there too, spots everywhere where everybody has to stand 2 meters apart and you can't go off the fucking spot. And so I was waiting in the fucking shop there. This is before Christmas. And so it's on my spot, standing there like a dick with my mask on, going, this is bullshit. Yeah. I seen something in the fucking aisle. I was like, oh, hold on a minute. Let's have a look at that. This fucking guy, this security guy comes over to me and goes, "Get back on your fucking spot, man." It's like, what the fuck? I'm shopping, you thick. Get back on my fucking spot. I was like, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? And people are like, nobody says anything. People are just standing there like fucking lemmings.
Dude, I mean, how is this?
Ooh.
How is this not alarming to people? How is this not alarming to the majority of people? Where and like now, like the double masking thing too. It's like, we'll put on 2 masks, hey, 3 masks. Well, why not make it 15? Just wrap some jeans around your fucking face until you can't breathe anymore. I mean, at what point do we finally look at it and go like, all right, yeah, duct tape your nose and mouth and ears. And
you have to have a world war and a fuckload of atrocities before people go, oh, wait a second, maybe that was wrong.
Oh, well, no, but you also
think that one, guys. Yeah.
You also have to have the people writing the history, right? You have to have all of the other stuff. So we're boiling down to the end of this thing, and
I'm just getting going, man.
Fuck.
You're just getting going.
Yeah, I haven't even talked about my cunts group or anything, man.
Jesus. Well,
you're doing a 20-minute sesh after.
Oh shit, Super Bowl's on soon. Right, wrap it up.
Oh, the Super Bowl is on. So
are you gonna watch Super Bowl? Do you really care about that?
He's stoked about it. Like
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
it's Mahomes. Mahomes versus. I hope Mahomes kicks Brady's ass.
But Brady's going to take him out, man.
Brady's going to take him out.
I gotta say, this is one guy that I talk to all the time. He is so enthralled with America. He might as well move.
Dude, I just spoke to the wife. I said, when I get over there.
To the wife, and
I said, when I get over there, we got to see this fucking crazy guy in the fucking Carolinas. And then we got to go back over to fucking Colorado because I got a new guy we need to see there.
Yeah.
Hey,
gotta get Struminol. Come on out, man.
If we can coagulate around one area, let's just meet in
coagulate.
Man, I hate that word.
Fuck you. We can coagulate into Kentucky.
I ain't doing no fucking coagulating with you.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like we're gonna come together like in a group of folks and
come together like butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Might have to fucking skip fucking North Carolina.
Oh, dude, he's like, yeah, straight to Denver.
No, we won't stop down there.
What I'm saying is that
he's always trying to put his finger inside me.
Again. Dude, you can't do that, man. You gotta go dry. Why are you licking him for?
Well, I'm patient and I'm kind.
Well, you're kind, yeah.
Dude. So
patient.
Yeah. So Kentucky bourbon is one of the best things ever. And I want to do the whole like tour of Appalachia out in my neck of the woods and go right up into bourbon country. And then,
that would be insane.
And then I got some folks out in Cincinnati that are okay. They're good folks.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. What's going on in Cincinnati, man?
We can go up the whole Appalachian Trail from the Whore of the South, which is called
we should go all the way up to Wisco. We should go stay at the fucking compound.
Not that far. We can make the
not
Midwest
that far.
tour
it's like fucking
all the way up.
16 hours away from you. 20 hours?
We're about to just about to Canada. We're probably about 15 hours, but we can take it in sections.
Yeah.
And hit like
and we can drink while doing so.
We will be drinking.
I'll eat some mushrooms too. We'll see if we make it.
Mushrooms? We won't make it, so man.
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. This is fine. We'll be fine. This is fine.
But somebody's got to talk to my wife. She ain't gonna be too impressed if I'm fucked up on mushrooms the whole trip.
Oh, hey, you know what? My wife.
Not the whole trip, just part of the trip.
Oh, okay.
Well, she won't be impressed for the first little part until she hits the mushrooms, and then all of a sudden she'll love it.
Dude, ever since they like decriminalized mushrooms out here, it's like I don't think they decriminalized them per se, but they started using them for scientific research out in like I think you can get medical mushrooms out here. Anyways,
yeah, you guys got it together.
A massive
explosion
of mushrooms out here, like really good mushroom chocolates all wrapped up nice, but like everybody's got mushrooms all the time. Just like I'll take a cap or two. Why not? Makes it more interesting.
I think we should all do that every once in a while. But anyway,
when can we get fucked up, guys? Fucking do it, man.
Well, hey, you fellas, it's been amazing to talk to you both.
Likewise.
Lee, always a pleasure, and cheers. I don't ever
cheers,
say
boys,
that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I don't ever say that in a way that's European.
Yeah, and you kind of said it like in a fairly European way there. Yeah. Well, it was good. Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. We got to do this again.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Hell yeah! Got to check in and see what you're doing.
We didn't even scratch the surface.
No, this was like this was like an introductory episode of where it's like
okay. Yeah.
Now we know who everybody is.
Yeah, you're one of my favorite cats I've met in all of crypto land and all of everything, and mostly because we just vibe on this level of drunkenness.
You know what? When we sober up, we're going to be asking ourselves, do you remember there was something called crypto?
Yeah.
I'm hoping we're both hugging a Sasquatch. Like, do you remember?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah.
Stuffed one. Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
No, an actual live one. Something where, life is just not as we
Don't you
know
have to
it.
kill everything that you see?
Not in America. You don't have to.
Oh, I've read that place wrong.
Unless you want to eat it.
Yeah, unless you're going to eat it. You're going to eat a Sasquatch?
Fuck, we might probably taste nice, wouldn't it?
I don't know. It probably tastes like human. So it'd be kind of like pork.
Humans. Oh, shit. I said too much. Yeah, okay, let's move on.
On that note, Lee, appreciate you. Love you, brother.
Thanks a million,
Over
boys.
the pond.
Hey, it's great to talk to you.
You boys enjoy the the Super Bowl, which is probably going to look a lot like a toilet this year.
More than likely.
Enjoy.
Like
Adios, boys.
All right, see you guys later.
Love y'all.